everybody, Zach again at newtutorial.com. Wanted to come in and do a video for you. You know, I was getting ready to head in, get out of the office, and go into lunch at the house, and I was just looking on Facebook, and I saw this. I saw this article earlier this morning, and I kind of wrote it off as probably not real news, and then it was on Drudge. And I saw this, a woman is beheaded in an Oklahoma workplace, right here. Oklahoma workplace. A man who is a Muslim has beheaded a woman at her workplace and stabbed another woman, it looks like, a number of times. And so I'm reading through the article, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. And I know a lot, and this is going to, I'm telling you, this is on Front Page Drudge, this is going to infuriate a giant number of people in this country. And if it happens again, the country just may go nuts. This is my prime example. I'm telling you right now, as of right now, this is my prime example of why Islam is not going to produce the Antichrist. And I know some of you people on my channel who, please don't turn me off. Just hear my argument first. Hear my argument first. Let me plead my case with you. And then you decide, if I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy. I may be completely wrong. I don't think so, but I may be completely wrong. This is why. Let me state it again. This is why that I believe it's purely obvious Islam is not going to produce the Antichrist that many of you think it is going to do. Let me tell you what's happening here. With this ISIS stuff and this kind of nonsense, and ever since 9/11, the United States, whether they're Christian or atheist in this country, and wherever religious background you come from, if it's not Muslim, is becoming infuriated with the religion of Islam and people who claim to be Muslim, and it's insane. It's so angry. People are getting so angry that this is happening, and you see it, the anger on Facebook and all these places and Christian ministries and all this stuff. People who claim to have the love of their Messiah are just going nuts on Muslims. And so what I'm trying to tell you right now is that Islam is about to take a hit like you would not believe, because I tell you what, the people in this country are not going to put up with this much longer. If this stuff keeps happening where people are being beheaded in our country, in our nation, it's one thing to see it on a camera in that land over there in the middle of a desert. It's another thing to see it on your 5 o'clock news where small town USA, a Christian woman, gets beheaded by a Muslim who's trying to convert them to Islam. And that's what's going on here. This says in the article that this man has been trying to convert his coworkers to be Muslims, and the guy just got fired. Probably, they don't say why, but it's probably because he was trying to convert his coworkers to being Muslim. And so he got fired, and he went over and he beheaded one of the people who was up to here with his witnessing to them, or whatever you want to call it, proselytizing to them. And America's watching this, and I'm telling you, the anger is going to reach all new heights with this. And if this happens again in our country, it may not, I don't know, but if this inspires another Muslim or 2 other Muslims or 3 other Muslims to do the same thing, the anger level is just going to go through the roof, and people are going to go nuts. And I'm telling you right now, this country and a lot of other countries who are seeing what's going on in ISIS, it's just going to give them, it's going to give our government the go-ahead, because they're going to feel the public backing behind this to go to war with a bunch of other Muslim countries over there and just annihilate people. And I guarantee you, there's probably going to be a Republican in the White House, and the Republicans are, rah, because they know their base against the Muslims, and it's going to be a nightmare for people in the Islamic faith. And I'm not saying that's bad or good. I'm just saying that's what's going to happen, and the Vatican has already been speaking out against ISIS and these radical Muslims. Here's what I see happening. I see the Christian world, or even atheist world, the world in general, coming down on the Muslim faith like a ton of bricks and completely annihilating it. And then you have to wonder, once the victor has been declared and Muslims have been just completely annihilated or taken a very hard hit and wiped out in a number of countries, and basically people not allowing anything like this had to happen in their countries, which, okay, I understand. But then, everyone's rah for the victor. Well, who's the victor? Who's everyone going to be happy with at the end of the day? Is it going to be some popish fellow or some Christian fellow or whoever that person is who holds the victory flag at the end of the day? Watch out. That's the guy you got to watch out for, because he just got you as, you're very excited about how this victory that he's done. Oh, man, I don't see the Antichrist coming from Islam at all. At all. because they're about to get whacked because of all this nonsense. But the person who does the whacking and who's the victor at the end of the day, who's that guy? That's the guy I'm watching, because everyone's going to be behind him. The Antichrist is supposed to be a guy who's going to be feared and powerful. I'm telling you, the Muslim world does not have the ability in the military strength to go out and do the things that that the rest of the world can do. So at the end of the day, when the victor emerges victorious, who is that? It ain't gonna be people who are Islamic. It ain't gonna be a Muslim. It's gonna be somebody else. I believe the dragon of Rome. We'll see what happens. All right, we'll leave it at that. Go home, read your Bible. Thanks.